Part 2 of a revision lesson on the one no trump opening bid and the responses to the one no trump opening. Now this is primarily for students learning bridge in the UK, where we use a 12 to 14 high card point one no trump opening bid. In part 1 of this revision lesson, we looked at the opening bid and some responses with weak and intermediate hands. Now we'll look at how to respond when we've got a stronger hand, with 13 or more high card points, when you know there are enough points for a game contract. And also we'll revisit the Stayman convention to revise how this can help us as responder to describe our hand better and sometimes reach a better contract. If we have 13 or more high card points and our partner has opened one no trump, then even if partner is minimum for their one no trump opening with 12 points, we know that there are enough points in the combined hands for a game contract. It's just a question of finding the right contract. So our response bid must tell partner about our strength, as we don't want opener to pass below game level. But we also have the opportunity of using the Stayman convention, as we shall see. So firstly, if you've got exactly 4 cards in either major suit, you can use the Stayman convention. You bid 2 clubs, and that will hopefully help you find a possible 4-4 fit in one of the major suits. There's no other way to find such a fit, so it's a very useful convention, and we'll see on a subsequent slide how the bidding would progress after the 2 clubs Stayman bid. Secondly, if you hold exactly 5 cards in either hearts or spades, simply bid 3 of that suit. This is game forcing, and it asks opener to decide the final contract. If they've got 3 or more cards in your major suit, then there is an 8 card trump fit, so they will choose to play in 4 of that suit. Otherwise, they simply bid 3 no trump. With 6 or more cards in a major suit, it's even easier. You just respond 4 of that suit. There's an example of this coming up. And for all other hands where you have enough points for game, you should simply bid 3 no trump. An opener will pass 3 no trump and play in that contract. But be aware sometimes that if responder has 19 or more high card points, then there is a chance of a slam contract. But that's well beyond the scope of this lesson, so we won't be covering that here. But let's look now at some examples of using these response bids. Let's now see some examples when responder has a long major suit, their partner's open one no trump, and if you've got at least 13 high card points in your responding hand, you can be sure there are enough points for a game contract. So firstly, with 5 cards in a major suit. Here's an example. Opener's hand here, 14 high card points balanced. They're going to open one no trump. And here's your hand. You've got 13 high card points and you've got a 5 card holding in the heart suit. So you have a 5 card major here. Your 13 high card points plus a known minimum of 12 high card points in opener's hand for their one no trump opening means there are definitely at least 25 combined high card points. So we know there's a game contract available here. So our bid now is 3 hearts. That tells partner we've got exactly 5 hearts and enough points for a game level contract. Partner must now choose the right contract. Now here they know that you have 5 hearts and they've got 3 cards in hearts. They hold the 7, 6 and the 5. So they should be more than happy now to play in a heart contract. You have a known 8 card fit. Your 5 plus their 3 is 8 cards in the heart suit. There's a fit, so it's well worth playing in the major suit game. So they should bid 4 hearts. And you would pass that and you would become the declarer in a 4 heart contract. Very similar example, but opener has a marginally different hand. Here again, opener is balanced, 14 high card points, they open one no trump, and you have exactly the same hand here, and so you respond for the same reasons you would respond 3 hearts. But now opener only holds 2 cards in your 5 card major, so they cannot support it now. It would be much better for them to simply bid 3 no trump. They know that there's only a 5-2 fit in the heart suit, and it may well play better. These hands may well play better in 3 no trump as the game contract. So opener bids 3 no trump, and you would pass that and allow opener to play the 3 no trump game contract. If you've got 6 cards in or a lot or more in a major suit, then it's simply a case of bidding the game contract in that suit. Opener is balanced, so has at least 2 cards in your suit, so there is a known trump fit. So here's an example. Opener has 14 high card points, a balanced hand, they open 1 no trump, and here's your hand. 13 high card points, so you know there are enough points for game, and you've got a 6 card holding in a major suit. Here you've got 6 hearts. So you know there is a trump fit in hearts because opener, they are balanced. They have a balanced hand. They must have at least 2 cards in the heart suit. So you now know there is a trump fit in hearts, at least an 8 card trump fit in hearts. So you want to play in the heart suit here. And with enough strength for game, simply bid 4 hearts. Opener would pass, and we play in 4 hearts. Now, there are more advanced ways to bid these hands using something called transfer bidding, which we're not teaching at this stage in our bridge learning. But at some point, we will learn more advanced ways to bid these hands. So we use the Stayman convention. Now, in its simplest and most commonly occurring form, you use Stayman after your partner opens the bidding in no trumps. So here, South opens 1 no trump, and North can use a conventional bid of 2 clubs. Now that bid is reserved and has a special meaning. North's 2 club bid here has the following message. Firstly, it says absolutely nothing about clubs. North might not even have any clubs in their hand. But secondly, it says that they hold 4 cards in one of the major suits. And it's asking partner a very specific question. Partner, do you hold 4 cards in either of the major suits? So South must now answer the question. They mustn't pass. Even if South really likes the club suit, they're still not allowed to pass. They've been asked a question, and they must ask that question to allow partner to judge the next step in the auction. So South has 3 possible responses to the 2 club Stayman inquiry bid. Blue Diamonds by South would say, partner, I don't hold 4 cards or more in any major suit. 2 Hearts would say, partner, I've got 4 hearts. I may also have 4 spades too. And 2 Spades says, partner, I don't have 4 hearts, but I do have 4 spades. Now North can judge the final contract. Remember, they know a lot about South's strength, and now they know their shape really well and can deduce if there is a major suit fit. So let's see how the bidding progresses with a few examples. In each case, West is going to open 1 no trump. They will have a balanced hand with 12 to 14 high card points. And in each of the examples I'm going to show, East has got quite a strong hand. They've got either 15 or 16 high card points, so they know for certain there are enough points for a game level contract. They could simply bid 3 no trump. However, if East also has 4 cards in either of the major suits, it's prudent to use the Stayman convention first to locate a possible 4-4 fit in a major suit. That may be a better contract to play in. So example number 1. West opens 1 no trump, and here's East's hand. They've got 4 cards in spades, so they'd be interested to know whether opener also has 4 cards in spades, as a spade contract may be better than no trumps here. So they bid 2 clubs. Again, that says nothing about the club suit. It's a conventional bid with a special meaning. It says to partner, I have got 4 cards in a major suit, and do you hold 4 cards in a major suit? Here, West needs to answer the Stayman inquiry, and of course they do hold 4 cards in a major suit, and the suit they hold 4 cards in is spades, so they bid 2 spades. East is now in charge, and on hearing the good news that there's at least an 8 card fit in spades, they can jump to 4 spades, and that will be a better game contract than playing in no trumps. As you can see, if we were to play in 3 no trump there's possibly 5 heart losers straight off the top there, depending on how the heart suit breaks. Here's a second example. Again, West is going to open one no trump. Here's East's hand, and once again, a strong enough hand to force for game. They know there's a game contract available. Possibly they could they could just simply bid 3 no trump. But here they're going to bid 2 clubs, which is the Stayman convention, asking partner about their holding in the major suits. Opener must answer, and here, holding 4 cards in hearts, they must answer 2 hearts. That says, partner, I've got at least 4 cards in the heart suit. It doesn't deny having 4 cards in the spade suit. They might have 4 cards in spades as well, but all they're promising at this stage is 4 cards in hearts. Okay. East can now hear that news. Well, hearts wasn't the suit they're looking for, so they can now give up on looking for a major suit and simply bid 3 no trump. And 3 no trump would be the final contract. Here's another example. Again, West, balanced hand, opens 1 no trump. East here, 4 cards in each of the major suits and a nice strong hand, 5, 9, 10, 16 high card points. So definitely a game contract available, possibly 3 no trump, but it's well worth looking to see if there's a 4-4 fit in either of the major suits. So the Stayman convention is perfect here. East bids 2 clubs, totally conventional, says nothing about the club suit, just happens that they've got 3 good clubs, but that's just a coincidence. The 2 club bid says nothing at all about the clubs that they held. It's asking opener a question. Do you hold a 4 card major? Well, opener doesn't hold 4 cards in either of the major suits here. So their response has to be 2 diamonds to say, no, sorry, partner, haven't got one. And now East can judge that the best final contract would be 3 no trump. There's no point looking for a game in a major suit because there isn't a major suit fit here. So 3 no trump would be the best bid by East. And one more example. West again, strongest looking 1 no trump opener. They've got 7, 10, 14 high card points, a balanced hand. They open 1 no trump. Here's the East hand. And here they have got 4 cards in the heart suit. They've got a strong enough hand to look for a game contract. And so they would ask again, ask their partner if they hold 4 cards in either of the major suits by bidding 2 clubs. 2 clubs is the Stayman convention. Asking this question, do you hold 4 cards in either of the major suits? Well, West holds 4 cards in both the major suits, but they must firstly answer in hearts. So they must confirm they've got 4 cards in hearts by bidding 2 hearts. And now East knows there are enough points for game, and we have a 4-4 fit in the heart suit, and they would raise to 4 hearts. So those are some examples of how we would use Stayman when we know there are definitely enough points for game, but we can also use Stayman when we're not quite sure, with some of the intermediate strength responding hands, when we're not quite sure if there are enough points for a game level contract. So let's look at some of those as well. So in all of these examples, West is going to open 1 no trump, showing 12 to 14 points in a balanced hand, and East will have a hand with 11 or 12 high card points. It'll be a balanced hand with 4 cards in one of the major suits. Now, they can't be sure as East whether there are actually enough points for a game contract, and they can't even be sure what the best contract is, but they can use the Stayman convention. So let's have a look at this. So on this first example, here's West's hand, 14 high card points and balance. They're going to open 1 no trump. Here's the East hand. They've got 11 high card points, and they have 4 cards in a major suit, which is spades. So let's ask partner if they've got 4 cards in spades, because we might prefer to play in a spade fit. So we simply bid 2 clubs. Stayman convention, partner, I've got 4 cards in a major suit. Do you have 4 cards in either of the majors? And here, of course, West must answer the bid. And with 4 cards in spades, they simply bid 2 spades to show that they have 4 cards in the spade suit. This is good news for East. They now know there's a spade fit. However, we can't be quite sure whether there are enough points for game. So we can't jump to 4 spades yet because we don't know if there are enough points. But what we can do is show that we've got nearly enough points for game and we can raise spades. So we bid 3 spades. And that now leaves it up to West to decide, are they minimum or maximum for their opening? What's happened here is we've located a spade fit, and East has managed to tell partner that they are borderline for a game level contract. And given that West is maximum for their one no trump opening, remember their one no trump opening shows a range of 12 to 14 high card points. With 14 high card points, they're very much at the top end of that range. And so West would proceed on and bid 4 spades, and 4 spades would be the final contract. Okay, and there's a very good chance of making 4 spades on those cards. Here's the second example. This time West has got 12 high card points, so they're at the lower end of a one no trump opening bid. But they still open one no trump to describe their hand. Now here's East's hand here. It's the same 11 card holding we've just looked at. So again, they don't really know the strength of West's hand yet, and they don't know whether West has got 4 cards in spades, but it's well worth investigating. Let's have a look by bidding 2 clubs Stayman, asking partner, and of course, again, West must answer the question, and again with 4 cards in spades, the answer is simply to bid 2 spades, confirming they hold 4 cards in spades. Now it's up to East, and again the same logic applies here. They don't know whether there are enough points for game, but they do know that we have a spade fit. So let's bid 3 spades and leave the final decision up to our partner, depending on how good their hand is. And here, opener with only 12 high card points is at the bottom end of the strength range for their opening bid and would decide to pass, and we would just simply play in 3 spades rather than a game level contract. Here's another example. Again, West has got 14 high card points here. A balanced hand, they're going to open one no trump. Let's look at the East hand. The East hand has got 11 high card points. We can't be sure there's a game level contract on here, and we can't be sure where the best contract is. Is it no trumps? Or if opener's got hearts, maybe we can find a heart level contract. So let's bid 2 clubs and ask partner if they've got 4 cards in either of the major suits. Now here, opener doesn't have a 4 card holding in a major suit, so they simply respond 2 diamonds. It says nothing about diamonds. All it says is, partner, I don't hold 4 cards in either of hearts or spades. Now East can decide the final contract. They know there is no chance of a heart fit here, but they do have 11 high card points. So now they must bid naturally to say 2 no trump, which basically shows a balanced hand with either 11 or 12 high card points, and at least at least a 4 card hold, and at least 4 cards in one of the major suits, possibly even both. And now West can look at their hand. Well, their maximum for their opening no trump bid. So with 14 high card points opposite a known 11 high card points, we now have the opportunity to bid 3 no trump, which is a game level contract. Okay, so East has managed to invite game, describe their hand further, and investigate whether there was a heart fit, while still showing 11 or 12 high card points and a balanced hand, exactly as they would have done. So had we not have used the Stayman convention, the bidding here would have gone 1 no trump, 2 no trump, 3 no trump. But here, by putting in the 2 club and 2 diamond bids in between, we've investigated whether there was a possible fit in the major suit here. Well, and obviously the suit that East's interested in is hearts, because they've got 4 cards in it. Let's have a look at one more example of that. Okay, again, West has got a balanced hand here, but they've only got 12 high card points. But they must open 1 no trump here on that hand. Here's the East hand. They have got 11 high card points. So again, can't be certain there's a game available here. It would depend how strong West is. But we do have 4 cards in heart. So let's investigate firstly whether there's a heart fit here. So we would bid 2 clubs, which is the Stayman convention, asking partner about whether they hold a 4 card major suit. Here, West, they must bid 2 spades, because they've got 4 cards in the spade suit, so they simply reply 2 spades. Now East is not interested in spades, so they don't want to play in spades. They've only got 2 of them. That's no use to them. But of course now they can describe their hand fully by bidding 2 no trump, which shows a balanced hand, 11 or 12 high card points, and by inference from the fact that they've used the Stayman convention, they must have 4 cards in hearts. So now West knows a lot more about the East hand, and knowing that they've got either 11 or 12 high card points, West should not bid on here. West is very much minimum for their one no trump opening hand. They've only got 12 high card points and they haven't got any useful cards in between, no 10s or 9s or anything like that. So it's a pretty weak one no trump opening hand there. So West would be happy to pass two no trump, and that would be the final contract. So that's how you can use Stayman with both strongish and intermediate strength hands. Now there are examples of how you can use Stayman in response to a one no trump opening with very weak hands when you're weak and unbalanced. If you want to see some of those, have a look at the lesson 21 part 3 video that I did. That was very much extension learning, but it's something that as you get comfortable with using Stayman, you might want to start to learn, because it does become quite useful. But I'm not going to cover that here. I think I've covered enough material in this revision lesson for now. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll see you in the next revision lesson. Thanks very much. Bye.